Yo, my name is Captain Sky, Chicago's own. Came to the record industry in 1978. A guy by the name of Eddie Thomas, one of the gurus of the industry, decided that he was going to take this idea that I had on this song and he was going to release it and promote it. National airplay was phenomenal. Eddie Thomas was one of the absolute best at promoting music, and he had the record pretty much humming on stations across the country. And I heard about Eddie Thomas in circles in the industry. I knew that he was the absolute best in promoting, man. I mean, as far as radio, and he was also doing management. I mean, his roots were with people like Curtis Mayfield and the Impressions, and I mean, he's the Tom in Kurt Tom Records. So I remember he told me a story, and it was really incredible. He said, "Son," he called me son. And that was really cool because that's the kind of relationship we had. I think he really, really, really cared. Of course, it was business, but he actually, and he gave me the ultimate compliment. I'm gonna say that he had an opportunity to work with Curtis Mayfield for years. And he would listen to songs that I would just play for him in his office. He said, "You know what?" He said, "You remind me of Curtis." And we were blessed to receive a phone call from Don Cornelius inviting me to do Soul Train. The Soul Train experience was incredible. I actually was flown to LA. First thing that I saw when I came into the Artist Centris was my dressing room, which had the star on the door, the name on the door, and it was just incredible, man. I can't even describe the feeling. And I was in makeup, and I had two of the most beautiful women doing my makeup. One was doing my makeup, one was doing my hair, and it was just, I felt ego never came into it. It was such a feeling of humility and just gratitude that I had finally got to the next plateau. I think the thing that got me really was when I was standing in the wings and I was about to film, and I heard that song by MFSB, the Soul Train theme, and I was actually there, and it was just incredible. I was filming the same day with B.B. King. I even had a chance to touch Lucille, B.B. King's guitar. And it was just so incredible. And and I think to hear Don Cornelius introduce me, I can't even explain how that felt. There's no words. It's just incredible.
And as he joins us to do his latest single on the AVI label entitled Wonder Worm, let's welcome a most interesting and talented young man who just flew in from Chicago to be with us and probably under his own power. Hands together, gang, for Captain Sky.
Was that crawling out on the floor? Did it just appear or was it there before? Was that moving from side to side? It feels so good to me, I'm satisfied.
Shortly after the telecast, it was telecast in January of 1979. Of course, Soul Train, the idea of really, if you pretty much made it to Soul Train, you pretty much made it. You made it to the next level at least. It was the pinnacle at that time for black music and even other music. Because there was other artists of other genres that were on Soul Train, because it was such a very, very viable outlet to promote artists.
All right, Sky.
How you doing, Don?
Good to see you, brother. How was the trip?
Beautiful. I flew in about 9,000 feet above the city.
I see.
Landed on top of the Hyatt Continental.
There's kind of a concept behind you calling yourself Captain Sky, is that right?
Yes, well, Captain Sky is a character created by Daryl Cameron, who enters...
Used to be you, right?
Used to be. Who enters the phone booth of his mind and emerges as Captain Sky.
I see. And Captain stands for?
Authority.
And Sky?
Height.
Yeah.
Two very necessary elements of a man and an entertainer.
And you write all your own material?
Yes, I do.
You have an album you produce?
Yes, it's called The Adventures of Captain Sky on AVI Records. I'd like to give a hand to AVI Records right about now.
So 2 weeks after that telecast, every major promoter in the industry was calling me to go on tour. And it was phenomenal. My first performance with a name artist was at Illinois State University, and it was with Peebo Bryson. And they made the connection because he had the song at the time, Reaching for the Sky. So the promoter did this really cool promotion with Reaching for the Sky and Captain Sky, and it was cool, sold out show. Wonder Worm was the record. Wonder Worm was actually programmed, and it was amazing because that record was not, I had an edit of it, had a 45 edit that was probably about 3 and some change. But the extended mix was like 13 minutes and 15 seconds. And it was amazing that AM radio, as well as FM radio, was playing the long version. And it was incredible, a first. And from then on, it was just incredible, man. Just one thing after another.